Hello, hello, hello. I believe we are live. Yes, we are. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Formula 2, another debuting series in MMS. Joining me in the commentary box, who would have guessed once again, is...
Miran FG. Yeah, baby. Hello. Yes, it's great to be back for Formula 2. I say back, but it's only been a 20-minute break as you are watching this. But yeah, we are here for the Formula 1 feeder series for the first time in MMS, and this is going to be a quite fun race, I do think.
Yeah, we're here at Bahrain, a track that will also be visited by Formula 1 today, after Formula 1 real-life qualifying. Also another series of qualifying, another 15-minute session, as I said, in Formula E during the commentary for that race. Most likely we will not have live-streamed qualifying for Formula 1, sadly, but that is due to the issues with the amount of pit boxes around this track. As the cars are already leaving the pit lane, Marcus Kroneholme being one of them, with Geir Anker Pedersen and DJ Schwala behind. So a few new names, a few old ones. Kroneholme obviously being a Formula 1 debutant last season. So yeah, Miran, any expectations for the series?
Well, we've got quite the field, I have to say, comprised of a few up-and-comers and a lot of experienced drivers. Obviously, as I said, Kroneholme with the Formula 1 experience. And then we got some people from IndyCar, Maximilian Stuner, Hussein Chetinkaya, Aditya Bagos, and then some brand new drivers as well. People like Milos Shedliak, Zdenek Svoboda,
Isakios Karmevakis.
And yeah, Isakios Karmevakis from Greece as well in the HWA Race Lab. So I think it's a very interesting grid full of drivers with varying experience, and it's going to be cool to see how all of them are going to get up to speed and will eventually be able to be treated to the pecking order.
Yeah, one of the few surprises, I'd say, is this man, Nick Tanda, a controversial figure in the world of MMS for multiple reasons, really. But he's back into a car, serving his 1-year hiatus after being banned and whatnot, all that jazz. He's back in a car, and he seems to have matured a bit. He seems to be ready to face the challenges of these cars, the Lara F... I actually don't know the name of this car.
I think it's just the F2
18.
Yeah,
2018.
I think that should be it, though.
Yeah. So here we go. Kroneholme started his lap. No DRS, of course, in these cars because Air Factor 1. But that doesn't mean the racing will not be good. This is Air Factor 1. You don't need DRS to have good racing in here. So, the finished driver of Marcus Kroneholme starting his lap. But yeah, as I mentioned, we have a few returning drivers, so to say. Dropping down from a few series, leveling up depending on the status. You've seen this man before, but you also have seen Petrauskas in the BTCC series. You've seen Kroneholme in F1, Mary Miller in the previous editions of MMS, Tanda in F1, Todoroki in LMS.
At least in everywhere.
Pretty much everywhere but F1 and open wheelers. Aditya Bagos in IndyCar, Juan Pablo Guayando in IndyCar, Duke Schulart in F1, Maximilian Stöner. I believe he had a short stint in F1 and went to IndyCar, and Hussein Chetinkaya, who's been banned from IndyCar. Yeah,
I mean, he didn't have the greatest end to Season 4, but, he's looking to prove himself here in Formula 2. And, as you said, he's not the only controversial... Nick Tanda won't be the only controversial figure on the field. Either way, I think we're going to be treated for some good racing.
Yes, we will, as radio messages already coming up. Mary Miller saying, getting notified that there is a small problem with the starter of the car. So, not the best start of the season for the MP Motorsport team.
Yeah, one of the drivers struggling to get out. Obviously, Marie Müller quite highly tipped when it comes to F2. We'll see if she can perform well today. As there's a move from the Carlin car.
Zdenek Svoboda, as that is DJ Schwala going faster than Marcus Kroneholme, Geir Anker Pedersen slower. As there's Svoboda with that little move in turn 1, I think he only slowed himself down. As there we go, no, Pedersen going back at him. I don't know what's going on here. These drivers, These rookies are quite aggressive at times, but yeah, as the next one on the lap, let's go on board. You can see the Halo device as well. This is a test for the device, really. Just like real life Formula 1, we will be using F2 as a testing field. Yeah, this is for the driver safety. Nick Tanda, oh my days! What on earth happened there? Miran, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I have not actually.
Karmevakis and Tanda.
Oh yeah.
Horrible lap times. Stojanovic
Yes.
also struggling a bit. Estrada also not the best. Is this traffic?
I believe it might be. There's something like that, honestly. I don't know what has happened to Tander, though. It's not the best lap time from him. And Isakios Karmevakis and Todoroki as well has really not got the greatest lap in as
goes
well.
second in the meantime, so...
It's a good lap time from Holmqvist either way. We'll see if anyone's going to challenge Schwala for the top positions as the times are now coming in on the board.
That's such a bizarre thing, though. Especially from a ex-Formula 1 podium sitter. Like, you'd expect Tanda to just go in the car, have it easy, have it his way, really. And be in the top 5, but no, it's last for him at the moment, as we're on board with Marco Valsecchi in the Prima.
Yeah.
And
well, I think...
he's not losing too much time to DJ Schwaller.
Yeah, it could be on for a good lap here, but these Formula 2 cars, obviously this is the first time we've had feeder series cars in this edition of MMS. And, these cars are actually really difficult to handle, There's quite a bit of power, and these things are, they can snap on you quite easily. So drivers are gonna, I think, spend these first few laps to try and get acclimatized with the car, and then they can get up to speed later in the session.
As Valsecchi goes 4th, and his teammate just started his lap or is crossing line as we speak, Quinton Wells. Murray Miller has gone out of the pits. The starter got fixed, so the Liechtensteinian driver, as you can see on the screen, doing laps already. As that's another car setting time, and that's Matthew O'Hara on pole position at the moment.
Yeah, nice stuff there from the Brit. His teammate Chetinkaya down in P9.
That's actually still decent.
Yeah, it's very good stuff from Trident there. They've got both of their drivers in the top 10 and one currently on provisional pole as Mari Müller starts her lap of the Bahrain International Circuit.
Let's see, Miller, rumoured to be quite the talent, despite being quite old, as Petrauskas goes pole. For the Carlin team, Darius Petrauskas, we've seen in the background of Miller's shot, and that's a pretty nice improvement. Yeah,
that's a very good first sector time for Marie Müller either way as she heads down to turn number 4. Turn number 8 that is, yeah. Now this is turns 9 and 10, turn 10. Obviously very, very tricky corner. It's really easy to run wide through here. And now down the paddock, start finish straight this is. And then you're going to make your way onto the more high speed corners through the left-hander of turn number 11 this is. And then turn 12, which is, I'd say, almost flat. I think you have to just lift in these cars. Be careful not to use too much curb there on the inside. That can really upset the car. Now into the braking zone of turn 13. And then there's just two...
bit of time in sector 2.
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit. It's going to be very close between Miller and Petrauskas. It might just be the case of getting a tow of a car in front, but there is no car in front of Mari Miller that would, be beneficial. Chetinkaya is a bit too far back, so let's go on board with Mari Miller as she completes this lap. The finish line is around somewhere here, and it's P2 for the Liechtensteinian driver behind the Lithuanian.
Yeah, good lap from Miller, but a tiny bit more from her, and I think it could have been the provisional pole, but it is going to be Darius Petrauskas who remains on pole position. Everyone out on track then, bar Ida Weitz, so Swede must have had some sort of issue in the pit lane that the I believe is the UNI Virtuosa team are trying to fix. So we'll see if he gets out there eventually. Schullard out as well. Same with fellow countryman Maximilian Stuner. But both have not set lap times as of yet. Stuner though out on
Not
track.
too far
Yeah.
back behind Petrauskas. But I guess this is the case of the first sector. This sector 2 and sector 3 is where we see the most time lost when it comes to the current man on pole. But here we go, the HWA car, decent turn 10, mounts the curb a bit too much, but that's not too bad. Stunner, not the best season in IndyCar, not the best season in LMS. Can he do something in Formula 2 now, maybe?
Well, obviously, I'd say it's an equal playing field for everyone. No one's accustomed to these cars, so you could see some people getting a lot more comfortable with the car than others. So, it could really just change up the pecking order as we know it.
Yeah, especially if you watch the Formula E race, we did, for sure. It was a bit chaotic. The gaps were so close, which led to chaos during the race.
Yeah, obviously, both are spec series, so I think we're going to expect a lot close lap times in qualifying as Stunner goes across the line.
And goes ninth.
Yeah, it's a good improvement from Maximilian Stunner.
It divides, is out on track, and Duke Short is now on his lap, the Campos car. At the moment, still Nick Tanda, the last car, timing-wise, but he is out on the circuit, trying to match his teammate's pace, which is such a bizarre thing to say, really. I mean, Miller is a rookie, whilst, Tanda has 1, 2, 3 seasons of F1 under his belt. It feels wrong.
Yeah, it's very weird to see him down there. Duke Schullard currently on a lap there. It's just about a tenth of Petrauskas there, so it could be a good lap time from the German. Obviously, Schullard, who's had Formula 1 experience last season with Benetton, filling in for Olli Katzenberg when he was race banned. Most famously remembered for his run-in with Halil Shahin at the Swedish Grand Prix, that was.
Miran, I just got DM'd by one of the members in your server.
What's he saying?
How can I compete in F1 or FE?
Oh my goodness. Wait, what's his name?
Raul with like.
Oh yeah, he just joined. I don't know why he's DMing you specifically. Oh, I think it's because I'm appearing offline.
Yeah, that might be the case, and I'm one of the only moderators on. But anyways, we got a bit sidetracked. Schullard goes 13th fastest, so not good, not great, not terrible. 3.3 run gun, 3.6 run gun. That's the quote. I messed it up. I'm sorry. But anyways, it divides now in the Uni Virtuosi. I never know how to say the team name, so I just say Uni Virtuosi. And he's faster than Petrauskas.
Ooh, this could be very interesting then for the Swede, but Müller obviously was faster in the first sector and then she dropped off, so we don't know if Petrauskas just had a weak first sector or anything, but either way, we're gonna see as he rounds turn number 10, now down the paddock start-finish straight, on board with the UNI Virtuosi driver. Gonna go down to turn number 11, the left-hander. As you can see, it's quite easy to run right here as well. Same as turn 10 now through turn 12. I think it is flat in these cars just about.
It is, and he lost time, yeah, you were right. So something must, I suppose either slipstream or something must have happened on Petrauskas' lap, because he's gained a lot of time on everybody else.
Yeah.
It's either the setup is low downforce, or maybe high down. I don't know. It's hard to guess.
So you're gonna have to hope that he gains to sector 3, but it's gonna be enough for P7 for Ida White for the time being, and that's all the 22 drivers at the time. Tanda's
off of his actual split. Something's wrong with that car. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know what the MP Motorsport team have done with the car, but that is certainly not right. Either way, it's gonna go across the line.
He does improve into 19th. He's just a smidge of a second behind Paul lap time, but that's still far from ideals. That's Miller and one of the Harus racing cars. That's Sedliak, that went side by side. Sedliak at the moment 15th. Svoboda out on track, Estrada out on track, and Karmevakis improves, dropping Estrada down to last as the Argentinian driver starts his lap. So Not much happening on the radio. Oh, that's O'Hara aggressively onto Estrada. Estrada's on a lap time. That's excessive.
Yeah, O'Hara really just looking for his way past the Argentinian, but I think he's gonna have to unfortunately wait a bit longer. I do think O'Hara is on a push lap here. Well, Estrada is for sure, but
I can check. Give me a sec.
Those
they're both on a lap, and look at that. He already lost a second to his own split.
Yeah, that's not gonna do wonders for O'Hara, unfortunately. Neither for Ignacio Estrada.
On the radio, Afio O'Hara told to get out there and let's go for pole. So Trident are motivating their driver. O'Hara responds with copy that, Nigel Farage, hope you're watching. So interesting takes from Matthew.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess we won't discuss politics on.
Oh God, hold on, we have a psych spot. Give me a second. Jesus, sorry, nearly slipped up. You see, kids, this is what the psych spots do to you. You nearly use profanity on your race stream. Anyway, session's over. Miller stays in second. O'Hara has no chance of improving over here. Dija Schwaller a bit off her own fastest lap, so not looking good. Wells missed the mark. Holmqvist also not improving. Kroneholm not improving. Valsecki though, not too far off of his best lap, might actually squeeze out an improvement here. Definitely some setup changes done to the car. Stina missed the mark. A lot of drivers just missing the mark here. Shulard in the pits. Sedliak, Stojanovic. Then we have Geranka Pedersen. Yeah, not much happening. Svoboda ends his lap, so the last three cars stay put. Schwaller not going to improve. That's a massive gap to her previous best lap.
Yeah, it's not going to be an improvement for the Brazilian, I don't think, but we're still gonna see as Schwaller goes across the line. He has no improvement.
Yeah. Also on the radio, interesting situation as Ignacio Estrada is not happy with Matthew O'Hara. What the is O'Hara doing? Is he blind or something? So, not really enjoying himself with that little dive bomb.
Yeah, O'Hara obviously, well, he is known for being a bit vocal, let's say, and I guess, you know, he's not making any friends at the moment in Formula 2, but we're gonna see what is this, Stuner across the line.
Yeah, that's it. I know Schulard is out on the track, but he left after the checkered flag, so that's about it. Gonna now screenshot the results, and that has been qualifying in Formula 2. Any comments, Miran?
Yeah, well, great lap from Darius Petrauskas. He looked unbeatable in qualifying. Well, but you did have Mario Müller quite close there, just 700ths of a second off.
Oh, God.
6 spots are back. Let's go. Then you had O'Hara in third place. And, you know, he did quite well putting his Trident there up in third. Just a 10th off, so he could be in contention for the race win here today as well. And, you know, quite well done from them. But Darius Petrauskas is going to be the man to watch, I do think. I
do agree with you. So, qualifying results posted. Petrauskas takes the first ever pole position in Formula 2. Unlike in Formula E, no points will be awarded for this, but the race will scoring the fastest lap in the race will give you an additional 2 points. So there's definitely something to hunt for in the race, apart from just, you know, finishing in the top 16 to score points. So time to go into the race session, and time for some good old fashion racing.
Yes, this is going to be exciting, I do think.
Yeah, so here we are. We're on the grid already, showing that to everyone. So here we go. It's time to start the race, as a few more messages from the radio from qualifying coming up. O'Hara notified that Estrada wasn't happy, but O'Hara responded in a message I can't read. Murray Miller congratulated on P2, and Nick Tanda not really happy with himself, told to swear less, which is always the advice I can give to you guys. Don't use profanity instead of the coma. Anyways, we're gonna start the race now, Miran. Are you ready?
Yes, this is gonna be an exciting one.
So here we go, the lights are gonna come on, you can see them at the top of your screen. It is 5 red lights, and we're green in Bahrain, and it's a decent start from Petrauskas. Miller also immediately going to the inside. I can see one of the ART cars, I think that's Stojanovic, already lined up a move for herself. It is now DJ Schwaller up into second. It is now Murray Miller into the lead of the race. Petrauskas and Schwaller side by side through turns 1, 2 and 3, and it is Schwaller from Brazil into P2. It's O'Hara in 4th, and it is Holmqvist in 5th. No damage. There is a screen freeze.
Game.
Spotted again. It's all falling apart. Please, game. Oh my god. At least I'm gonna mute the sex bots in the meet. Oh, here we go. We're back. We're back. I guess it just had to load in all of the cars. Because by the looks of it, they don't have LODs, which probably caused a few issues. Nonetheless, that's done. We can focus on the racing. So, also I'm gonna have to. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. Yeah, mute the member. Yeah, and then hide the bloody sex bot. Alright. Here we go. A lot of moves. That's Valsecki getting over there. Stunner onto 2 wheels for a second, as the Dams car regains all the positions that they've lost. That's Aditya Vargas. Then we can see Chetin Kaya trying to make a move on Valsecki, but it's not going to work, as it is Juan Pablo Guayanda aggressively diving to the inside of the Trident. Kostjanovic lost quite a few positions, whilst Kroneholmer, Holmqvist, O'Hara, Petrauskas, Schwaller and Miller. That's your pecking order. Hectic start to the race. Any comments, Miran?
Yeah, Petrauskas just seemed to get quite unlucky there, but Miller really positioned their car right when it came to the first corner. She really got the jump that she needed, as there's Pedersen on Sedliak, that is. But yeah, was there someone gone wide?
That's Estrada struggling today a lot. I don't know if there might have been contact with Karmevakis.
As there's Pedersen on the inside and Karmevakis.
No, he just kind of got scared. That's bizarre.
Yeah. But Müller, yeah, really well done from her to be able to put the pressure on Petrauskas. But now she's going to have the pressure from Schwaller behind, who's going to try to make the overtake on the woman from Liechtenstein into turn 1. They will go wheel to wheel, a bit of wheel banging there, as Müller gets the inside line through the second corner, and that should allow her to stay ahead.
No, it doesn't. Look at that. It's Schwaller and Petrauskas in the background. Here goes Darius to the inside, and he gets Pito, and he's going to try and get it to the lead. Side by side, the Carlin driver, but makes a mistake, and it is the Brazilian that nearly took pole position. That was on provisional pole into the lead. Petrauskas second, Miller third, O'Hara fourth, followed by Holmqvist. Then there's a side gap followed by Kroneholm and Quinton Wells. No moves being done here, apart from a look-see from Aditya Vargas. But apart from that, it's all clean. No damage to any car as well. Nick Tanda trying to make his way up the field, struggling to get past Duke Schuller now. I'm not going to comment. Karmevakis, though, gained 2 more positions. He got Sedliak, Estrada, now Pedersen in last in the high-tech of his. That's not really looking too good for him. As we go back to the fight for the race lead on board with the last driver in this pack. That's Johanna Holmqvist. As she goes to the inside, Miller goes to the inside of Petrauskas. Aggressive move, they bang wheel to side pod, no damage for both. Kroneholmer, the whole pack, the top 10 is catching up to this whole lead battle, which will give us even more emotions as Miller sits side of Petrauskas to the inside of Farnakon. Not really the best overtaking. Oh, actually, clean move, wow.
Yeah, it was a really nice move there from Marie Müller, and that's allowed her to pull away a bit to Darius Petrauskas. The Lithuanian didn't get the best exit, and you can see how close Matthew O'Hara is there behind, as he's just really trying. He's gonna try, I think, into the first corner. No, he doesn't.
No, he does not. That's damage. Oh no! That is Aditya Vargas damaging, I believe, 3 cars in one go. Wells is damaged, Kroneholm is damaged. That is very, very bad. First crash of the season. Vargas,
he just wasn't on the brakes.
He just used Wells as a brake. Oh, so okay. So what happened here, right? He was trail braking Wells. He tries to go for a late launch, but miscalculated. The wing basically causes him to go off the brakes, and he just smashes into the back of Kroneholm. And the contact he made with Wells, I think probably, yeah, it unsettled him enough to hit the back of Holmqvist.
Total Forza Motorsport move that is from Aditya Bagos, but unfortunately for him, that's going to leave him with damage, and a few other guys as well. Kroneholm without a rear wing, that's going to really back these guys up, unfortunately. As there's Weitz around the outside of Quinton Wells, that is Chetinkai is going to try to get involved in that as well. As, yeah, he does.
Through. Oh, absolute controller disconnected moment, really, for Aditya Bagos. 10 seconds awarded to him immediately.
And there's Chetinkaya on either Weitz on the inside line there. Weitz gonna try to hang on.
And he does, and there is Marko Valsecki trying to regain a few positions as he lost. If you want to start, that's Chetinkaya now with a double overtake. He gets Weitz, he does not get Maximilian Sturner Guayana now in the section of Ida Weitz. As the leaders are still in a close battle. O'Hara lost some time though to that patch. Chetinkaya still trying to send it on to Sturner very aggressively from the Turkish driver. Got himself a reserve seat in one of the Formula 1 teams, so who knows, maybe we will see him at the pinnacle of motorsport. He might actually have the pace to do so. As he goes to the inside, will be a double move, not really, but he gets Maximilian Sturner. Nice move. Weitz gets Guayando.
He's made a lot of quick overtakes, Chetinkaya, but battling still going on throughout the field. There's Schullard.
Short damage, he was last, at least in a back marker, quote-unquote, pack, so the German driver not really lucky. Oh. Yeah, brakes disconnected. Luckily, no damage for Pedersen there. As here we go, that's Miller in the lead of the race, side by side with Schwaller. Petraskas behind, O'Hara not too far back as well. Here we go, into turn 1. And Miller does go for it, and it is. The Liechtensteinian driver once again into the lead of the race. Petraskas tries to the tighter line, but Schwaller defends very well. O'Hara having to worry about Holmqvist, and then that's about it. No, that's Todoroki now free. What a move, but no, Todoroki overshoots the corner. Oh no.
It's a bit too ambitious from Daisuke Todoroki, but that would have been a fantastic move had it worked. As you can see that Wells coming into the pit lane on the right. There's Tanda and Svoboda. As Todoroki gets through to me, I think he's thinking about following Svoboda through on Tanda, but no, he decides, yeah, I'm gonna get these two cars in one, but it just goes a bit too deep.
Yeah, these cars ain't touring cars, he can't really do that.
And that's gonna allow teammate Sedliak to close up.
Yeah, he's right behind Todoroki now, as we might see a move here. No, we will not. As Estrada is catching up, Kroneholm and Vargas already leaving the pit lane. Schullard as well, so fast pit stops despite the repairs.
Yeah, pit stops are coming in along quite nicely, obviously. Unlike the Formula E race, we are going to have pit stops in this race, which is going to be quite nice. So that'll throw in an element of strategy into this as well. It won't just be about pure pace and overtaking. We are going to have strategy involved into the mix as well. So I think that's going to add an element of surprise as well. And yeah, it's going to make for a very, very interesting race, I do think.
For
either way,
sure. As we're on board with Petrauskas not really gaining much from Schwaller. Schwaller is really close to Miller now.
Yeah, the slipstream is going to be quite big here. Schwaller is going to get, I think, the run on Müller, and Petrauskas, I think, is just going to stay behind here. You've got another battle there between Holmqvist and O'Hara as well, but you can see all of these packed up in a neat little train. Petrauskas on the inside of Schwaller might try to get Müller as well into the first corner. Is that really going to work? And it has. No.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Look at that run. Look at the run. And Schwaller follows him through, and that's Müller down to third now.
What a move for Darius Petrauskas, and he's pulled that off beautifully. And then Schwaller into P2, Müller's down 2 positions. Great stuff from Petrauskas, but how long is that lead gonna hold, I wonder?
I don't suspect it will hold for too long, as you know, we've seen Miller got the lead, but it wasn't long lasted, so I guess it's just a matter of time, really. We had a bit of a screen freeze there. I was doing something important, but we're back now. As Holmqvist, O'Hara, followed by Valsecki, Chetinkaya, Stuna. Then we have pack led by Iddevites. Then we have Marika Stojanovic, Guayando, Svoboda, Tanda, Karmevakis, Todoroki, Sedliak, Estrada, and Pedersen. And then the cars that did pick up damage. But you know what, Miran? We've seen this in F1 before. Do you think the cars that got damaged now will have an upper hand on people who will have to come into the pits for, you know, a regular fuel stop? Because, you know, tires can't really be done.
It could provide them with a very alternate strategy. I mean, now they're open to try much more. These guys in the lead, you know, they can't really risk it too much. I mean, obviously a lot of these guys are going to go for the safe strategy. But, you know, the guys at the back, they don't have a lot to lose. So they could try some interesting strategies for sure. And, you know, we'll see if they do benefit from it.
Yeah, as O'Hara got passed by Holmqvist. I just noticed.
Holmqvist looks to be good on the pace. He could try and get into this little battle for the lead. O'Hara could still try and hang on, of course. But now as we head down the start-finish straight, are there going to be any moves for the lead?
Yes, look at Miller. Miller's going to go for an absolute... No, Miller's coming in. Pit stop phase is open. Holmqvist to the outside of Miller. Phenomenal move there. Schwaller is in. Petrauskas is not. So here we go. The strategy window is open up. Let's see who will have the Gold Strat and who will have the Ferrari strategy team on their side. As there we go. Weitz also coming in. Guayanda is going to fly through him.
Wow. Weitz lost 2 positions in just in 2 corners there. Stojanovic and JP Guayando slip past. There's the 2 Charuz cars dueling for position. That's Sedliak and who's the other guy? Todoroki dueling for position, and Estrada and Pedersen might get involved in that as well. Obviously, this little train. Then we got the other guys there up ahead as well. As there's Pedersen on the inside of Estrada. No, getting a bit of airtime there as he made contact with Estrada. Either way, as we go to the we go a bit further up the field. Here's Holmqvist currently in Pitos. Petrauskas has fallen down to 3rd.
Yeah, as Schwaller, look at that. Despite pitting, she bolted away.
Yeah. But what's happened to Darius Petrauskas, may I wonder?
No idea. I think. Oh, so it was turn 10 situation. So he got dive bombed in turn 8 as Holmqvist nearly went into the lead. And then Petrauskas just tried to defend constantly inside, and it just didn't really work out. So there you go. Petrauskas now down into 3rd and lost a lot of time to Holmqvist.
Yeah. We'll see though if the strategy for going long will really work for Petrauskas. Either way, Schwala into the pit lane. Holmqvist and Petrauskas will stay out. There's Müller in as well. Now these guys are just gonna have to hope for calm and clean pit stop. There's O'Hara as well, and one of the HWA race lab cars. I do believe that would be Stuner.
We can also see Weitz, Svoboda and Todoroki in. Good stop for Schwaller, but he got held up. Sketchy.
Yeah, and High-Tech may be fined for that. Bit of an unsafe release, but that's Müller out. Same with Weitz.
Oh my Christ almighty. Oh! Sorry, that was my reaction to... oh God, oh Lord Christ, Jesus Christ. More bots. We got raided again.
But that is, yeah, Matthew O'Hara just completely unsighted release into Mari Müller. But this has allowed Matthew O'Hara now to catch up to Müller. And that could be quite interesting, actually.
Okay, wait, let's see. We have... O'Hara already received a warning in qualifying for, you know, his little infringement. With Ignacio Estrada for, you know, interrupting a lap time and aggressive driving. And now, according to the stewards, he has received his 2nd warning for an unsafe release and contact. Not really trying to avoid it with Müller, which is in turn a 5-second time penalty.
Yeah, that is...
Oi! Hey, go on.
I think you kind of piece it together here.
Yeah. That's
Oh, and there's a... No.
Oh, that's Stunner who... Oh. So Stunner went for the... What? Either way, Stojanovic just ran into the back of Stunner, but I'm dumbfounded as to what was Stunner doing here, just weaving about. And still, that's a bit of questionable driving from both.
I don't know what kind of cheese defense that is from Maximilian Stunner, but there we go. Either way, here's your current top 3: Holmqvist, Petrauskas, and then Valsecki in P3. Everyone in the top 11 currently yet to come into the pit lane, but we're gonna see if obviously the main two to watch about strategies is gonna be Holmqvist and then Petrauskas, but we could have some interesting players come in as well. You could have Valsecki and then Chetinkai as well, if they benefit from the strategy of going long.
Yeah, and don't forget Marcus Kroneholmer.
Yeah, and also you had Schwala stuck behind Aditya Bagus there, but now Holmqvist, Petrauskas, and Valsecki, the top 3 coming into the pit lane. Chetinkai follows suit, so does JP Guayando. So we're gonna see all these guys. You're gonna have to hope for clean and collected pit stops here. Holmqvist lifted off the jacks, and off the jacks goes the Swedish driver.
And I believe she's not gonna keep the lead, as there is Marcus Kroneholmer just now into turn 1. It's gonna be tied, but it is the Finnish driver into lead, Schwala and Bagus. That's a move from Schwala onto Bagus, but it does not work. There is Petrauskas. Petrauskas lost a lot of time. Wells to his outside. So no, the long run didn't work for the race leaders per se. Stojanovic now getting held up a bit by Karmevakis into the Rocky over here. Yeah, that's it. So Kroneholmer race leader thanks to damage on lap 4.
I think one of the UNI virtuosis had damage. If I did see correctly.
I believe you saw incorrectly.
Okay. Either way, yeah, this is the long strategy really hasn't benefited them. Holmqvist, I mean, still is in P2, but Kroneholmer, really fantastic stuff from the ART Grand Prix strategy team. So he's really just benefited from this, and he's propelled himself to the race lead. And then Bagus in 3rd as well, so Dams doing quite well there. And then you've got Müller, who is in P5, and Petrauskas, who is in P8. So the long run has really not worked for them. Either way, Holmqvist all over the back of the Finnish driver, Marcus Kroneholmer, the former Formula 1 driver, versus the F2 rookie. This is going to be an interesting battle, I do think.
It is. It's going to be really, really interesting. Kroneholmer knows how to defend, knows how to attack, but Holmqvist is that raging youngster who knows, who has the pace, which she has shown so far. So here we go. That's Aditya Bagus, though. That's the teammate of Holmqvist, is nearly 3 wide. Holmqvist goes for the lead, and it might be a Dams 1 and 2 as Kroneholmer runs a bit wide. As DJ Schwala now into 3rd. That's a fly on my arm. As it is Bagus now down to 4th. Obviously, Bagus has a time penalty. So it's not like he really matters in this race, as in position-wise, but he can put a spanner in the works, as there is Murray Miller catching up to the lead pack, and that's what's important.
Yeah, Müller is obviously gonna catch up to this. Obviously, Bagus and Schwala fighting. That's gonna allow Müller to close down the gap. Battling is quite costly, as we do always say. There's 2 HWA Race Lab cars of Karmevakis and Stunner. Isakios Karmevakis having a look on the inside of the 2 teammates touch, but there's no damage to them. They're gonna continue to be wheel to wheel as they head down to turn 9. Stunner on the inside, Karmevakis on the outside, late on the brakes into turn number 10 as they bang wheels once again. But Karmevakis with the better exit round the outside should get that done.
And he does. But yeah, nice inter-team battle between HWA, even if there was a bit of a beat and bang. And there's Estrada now to the inside of Marika Sofia Stojanovic. A lot of contact there. Estrada really locking the front wheels of his car up. On the outside, a beautiful run. Sedliak also tries to get Geir Anker Pedersen, but the high-tech driver defends well. No, Sedliak, I think. Yeah, Sedliak's got it.
Yeah, what I notice about these drivers in Formula 2, like unlike Formula E, where we have the drivers coming together quite a lot and, you know, some pretty big and nasty accidents, there's only a lot of small touches here as Kronholm has a look on
And he's coming into
there.
the pits. So is Margus, so they're not going to have the God run we expected them to have. They will come into the pit lane with 3 laps to go.
Yeah, so they're on the 2-stopper then as Müller's now caught up to the back of Bagus. Bagus on the inside, I think Müller sends the gap. Ooh.
What was that?
Yeah,
Margus,
really
that's a
lucky.
brake check.
Yeah, really lucky for Müller that there's no damage on that MP Motorsport car. Either way, I don't think she'll be too happy about that. As Marco Valsecchi is now on the back of the Liechtenstein driver, as Müller has a look on the inside of Bagus. And Valsecchi might be under pressure from Matthew O'Hara, who, mind you, has a time penalty, obviously, so he won't be too big of a factor in this. And there he is, O'Hara. He's slipped past Valsecchi, and that's put a spanner in the works for Marco Valsecchi. And, you know, as he was pushing to get past Müller, he's now stuck by the man who has time penalty, so it's just an invisible barrier at this point that's hindering him to try and get past. And behind, obviously, O'Hara and Valsecchi now is Darius Petrauskas.
Yeah, Petrauskas kind of trying to get his revenge arc going, because it's not looking too good for him. The strategy kind of messed him over. Guayando gained a lot from his strategy call, unlike the Lithuanian drivers. There we go, O'Hara now on the back of Miller, but O'Hara also in troubles, as that's Schwaller nearly getting forced into the pit lane. I've had enough of that for today, really.
Yeah, we've seen some nasty accidents with pit lane entries. Either way, I don't think we'll have that again, as now you can see the run that O'Hara got on Müller, but didn't get too close. Didn't get close enough to try it on the woman from Liechtenstein.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't close enough, as there's Tanda under pressure from Stuner, I think that is, on the inside line then, but it's kind of the outside, and Karmevakis might try to slip past his team, and let's do HWA's duel once more.
It stays put, nobody gains any position, but Stuner on the pressurizing Tanda. I don't believe I'm saying these words, alright? Oh!
Oh!
Todoroki half spinning and Pedersen into the Haru's car.
What has happened there?
Good question. Let's see. Todoroki on the back of Stojanovic. Might have just oversent it onto the Lithuanian there. Let's say... Oh no! Was that contact? There was.
Yeah.
To be honest though, Todoroki went deep into the corner and braked here. Not really nowhere to go for Stojanovic. Still a takeout, and Pedersen just straightens out. The car.
Yeah, it's a shame for Pedersen. There's not a lot he could have done there.
Yeah, he was just a bystander. Todoroki with a very aggressive move. We'll see what the stewards think about it, but back to the battle for the lead. It's kind of diminished.
Yeah, Schwala's pulled away by quite, or no, Holmqvist, I mean, has pulled away a bit from Schwala by 1.7 seconds, so she looks to be commandeering this race by quite a bit. Either way, that could still change though. We don't know. Obviously, we had Alex Luan in the Formula E race earlier lead by about 2 seconds. That gap completely diminished, and as you can see, the gap is actually closing down. So Schwala is catching Holmqvist, so we could have a last lap battle for the lead on our hands, Kai.
Yeah, we can. I think it overall is the trait of equal car racing, right? You can't really pull away, can you? You really need to know what you're doing, not to overshoot the tyres and everything. So here we go. It is a battle between Holmqvist and Schwala. Schwala in the slipstream. Look how much she's gaining. It's going to be a launch, surely, to the inside. No. Schwala waits, but that might be beneficial. You know, Radko Betes, he was the pressure kick, and there we go! Holmqvist makes a mistake, he bang wheels, and Schwala loses time, but the Brazilian driver is on it.
Yeah, Schwala sensed the opportunity then to turn 2, remaining patient behind Johanna Holmqvist there. We're going to see, though, if Schwala is able to get past. I think right now it's more swinging in the favor of Johanna Holmqvist, as there is Ignacio Estrada who's going to try it on Isakos Karmavakis. Late lunge from the Argentinian on the inside line. I think he locked the tires a tiny bit there, but the two are still going to be wheel to wheel as they head through the downhill chicane. and Estrada, as they exit the corner, is ahead of Karmevakis.
That was a nice move from Ignacio, recovering after all the qualifying troubles. You love to see things like that, but there we go. It's a three-way battle for the lead. Miller, Schwaller and Holmqvist. Who's gonna come out on top at the moment? You might say Holmqvist, because there's not many corners to go in this race. There's not many overtaking spots you can go to, but it's still possible. We've seen it happen. Miller easily took the lead in the final corner. Let's see. It's a good exit for Schwaller. Schwaller has the good exit. Holmqvist loses some time on the exit curb. It's gonna be Schwaller or Holmqvist for the lead. Schwaller goes to the inside. Is it gonna be the move? Is it gonna be the move? Locks up. Oh, contact. Holds up.
Goodness.
Holds up Holmqvist on
It's
the
a drag race
outside.
to line.
Oh my days, don't tell me it's gonna be a front wings of a whiff. It's gonna be Schwaller. Schwaller wins.
Oh, what a finish between Schwaller and Holmqvist, and that's a photo finish in the first ever Formula 2 race. What a finish that was.
That's
Fantastic.
one way to kick off a series. Wow.
That was great.
Schwaller by nothing. There's nothing.
Oh, that was close.
So the finish line is around somewhere here, right? Around here. Look at this gap. That's basically the nose cone. I mean, that's the nose. That's all it is.
Absolutely
That's what decided
crazy.
the race win.
Oh, I mean, that really gets your that must really get your adrenaline pumping for the driver, especially for Gigi Shawala as well. A really fantastic stuff. I mean, look at that. They made contact to the final corner, and I think this really ratifies what MMS is all about. The fact that it's never over until it is over.
Yeah, and look at that. It was pretty much here. It's the Holmqvist was constantly gaining, but it was over before she could have done anything. So it's an all-female podium as well, mind you.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah, W Series hit my heart out, eh? It sure heart out, that's the saying. But yeah, that was a race. Duke Schullard with the fastest lap, but that will not be given to him as he's outside of the top 16.
Yeah, so he won't be scoring any points. Either way, though, what a first Formula 2 race.
My days, there is your race winner. I mean, phenomenal drive from DJ Schwaller. That is something you expect from a man or a woman or a person in general who wants to get into Formula 1.
Yeah, obviously all of these drivers are really the stars of the future, and we've been treated to a really, really exciting race. So, it's been great.
It has been great. What a drive. Yeah, I am really speechless. So, a driver of the day, can we even point one out?
I mean, I have to give it to Dishi Shawala. It's just a fantastic performance, throughout the entire race, and just pushed on all the way until the end to secure that victory. So, yeah, my driver today will go to Dishi Shawala.
Yeah, I have to agree. If you look at at the position gains from qualifying, some people might say Tanda, because he has gained 9 positions after all. I wouldn't really agree with that, but I have to agree with you. It's DJ Schwaller, to win in such a fashion, you need to know what you're doing, and
yeah, but to think that this is only the first race of the season, we've still got quite the season ahead of us, and with more racing like this, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. So obviously O'Hara will drop down a few positions due to the penalties. I'm gonna release the provisional results now, but yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in precisely to say via our schedule. See you in 1 hour and 24 minutes for the Formula 1 Grand Prix here at this circuit. So yeah, that's been it for me.
Yeah. I've been Mir Energy.
And I've been Kai, and see you in the next one. Be sure to join our servers, links down below. You've just been watching MMS. ACOC is the league owned by Miran. And yeah, see you in the next one. Be sure to be safe on the roads and wear your seatbelts, and bye bye.